Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's webinar. We are very excited to have you talking about a topic that I think is incredibly timely, and I think one that will help a lot of people in the hospitality industry just see that there are other options out there. So before I introduce myself, let's jump into the beginning parts, and then my special guest Samantha and I will introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about us. So just let us know where you're tuning in from, so that we can say hi. And I'm going to share my screen, and let's jump into this. 1 second. There we go. So tonight, I'm very excited to have you all here for our Work at Home webinar. And today we are talking about work at home options for hospitality workers. Learn how to create extra revenue and shore up or replace your current income in the hospitality industry. So, we've gone through a massive shift since, well, February, March. The COVID-19 pandemic has severely affected businesses worldwide. One industry that has probably experienced the worst downturn is the hospitality industry. And the hospitality industry, which includes, lodging, food and drink, service, entertainment, event planning, theme parks, all that stuff, it's all taken a massive hit. And according to the American Hotel and Lodging Association, 2020 is projected to be, and I'm sure is, the worst year on record for hotel occupancy, with 8 out of 10 hotel rooms empty. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that 4.8 million hospitality and leisure jobs have been lost since February. This is a massive, massive hit to this industry alone. So in this webinar, you're going to discover a way to create extra revenue to either shore up or replace your current income. So what we're gonna cover is the 3 biggest challenges facing hospitality workers, the top solutions we recommend to help, why we recommend them, how anyone in the hospitality industry can start today, plus much more. So let me just pull these down for a second and say hi to my good friend Samantha, who is also going to be coming in and sharing her thoughts on this. So Samantha, just share with the folks a little bit about who you are, and a little bit about your story.
Sure. So I'm Samantha. I spent quite a lot of time in the retail world, and I was kind of introduced to this building an online business opportunity in a way that I didn't think that it was really possible. And I've quickly realized that it's definitely something worth looking at and diving into. I just celebrated my 10 years with building an online business, so I'm very excited about all the opportunities and this fun adventure that I've been on for the last few years.
Awesome. Well, I'm very excited to have you here. And just a little bit about me, if you've heard my story before, I worked in the hospitality service industry as a server for 8 years. And so been in that industry. It's not an easy one. So for all of my hospitality buddies here, I feel you and I respect the work that you do. However, I know that, sometimes we get into this industry and we think that there's not really a lot of room for growth. And so that's what we're going to cover here. But we're going to have it more pertaining to what's happening with shutdown and all that kind of stuff. However, this information is relevant, I feel, no matter what's going on in the world. So let's jump into it. And Samantha is going to take it away first.
So we're going to talk about the 3 biggest challenges facing the hospitality workers. The first is going to be job instability. The World Travel and Tourist Council has recently warned that the COVID-19 pandemic could lead to 50 million jobs being lost worldwide in the travel and tourism industry. The second one is loss of income. Even if they retain their jobs, hospitality workers stand to lose a huge part of their income from tips because of the massive dip in the number of tourists. And then some of the long-term effects, it could take several years before the hospitality really recovers from the adverse effects of this pandemic.
And two, Samantha, I just want to add in on this is, being in that industry, a lot of servers and people who work in hospitality, they rely on their tips really and truly for the big portion of their income. And so having that part disappear or be greatly reduced is detrimental to a lot of people's well-being, financial stability, all that things. But the one thing too that I found, these things I found even relevant before the pandemic when I was working there is, there's not a lot of room for growth when you're in this industry. You get to management, and unless you're buying the restaurant or the hotel, chances of going any further from there is very next to nil. And so even that point, people can feel stuck in that situation. So these are very great points. So we'll keep going.
We're also going to talk about some of the top solutions and recommendations to help. Most people shy away from having a business because of the substantial risk associated with traditional businesses. That's why we recommend business opportunities that can be done online. Selling physical or digital property, such as like affiliate marketing, Amazon, eBay sellers, online shops, software as service, network marketing, infopreneur, I don't know if I said that correctly, or offering a service such as a visual assistant, social media manager, social media consultant, SEO specialist, business coach, or becoming something like an influencer with being a blogger, YouTuber, podcaster, social influencer.
Yeah. And these two, Samantha, you're pretty savvy out there on social media and with what you do. And so can you share a little bit about what it takes to do a business online? Because you do a business online, but you're also very influential in the social space. So can you share just a little bit about that?
Sure. So I spend a lot of time online trying to genuinely connect with people and learn about them. And I'm going live every day and kind of just working with people and talking to them. And yeah, is that kind of what you meant?
Yeah, just to give people an idea of what it takes in the day-to-day, life of what it means to build something online. And, these are a lot of great options, and all of them are very viable options to create an extra income. But we're going to talk about one particular path. So Samantha, I'll let you keep going.
Sure. So one particular path to becoming an entrepreneur that many of the experts would recommend is to start a network marketing business. This has some of the best attributes of all the different types of online businesses that were listed on the last slide. And then why we recommend network marketing. The low startup cost and low overhead. You can start part-time and grow to full-time. You have a proven system similar to a franchise. You get the training from people with experience. You don't have to create everything from scratch, and you already have a proven product. You're part of a supportive community of entrepreneurs. You can create a residual income, offers great rewards like car bonuses, amazing travel opportunities. The company literally will handle all the accounting, legal, and most of the admin. You can create an income by specializing in teaching versus selling, and you can do all of that online with using your laptop or your smartphone if you want to do it that way.
That's awesome. And such great benefits too with the flexibility. And so what I want to do is where I'm going to carry on here, and we're going to talk about how you can start in the hospitality, how anyone in the hospitality industry can start today. Now, one of the things is loving the products. So successful network marketers generally have one thing in common, and that's they love whatever product or service they're representing. People who usually don't do as well, they don't succeed as well because they don't have the same passion behind what the products that they're sharing with people and representing and using. So they use these products every day, and they would buy it even if they weren't getting paid to share it. And I know I would. So a career in network marketing is directly connected to your ability to share this enthusiasm and knowledge of the products with others. And if you think about how you love a specific shampoo, or you love this specific product for, hair care, it's easy to talk about. Wouldn't you agree, Sam?
Oh, absolutely. Just like if it were a good movie, you would naturally tell somebody about it.
Mm-hmm. And granted, you do operate a little bit differently than sharing a movie or a favorite product, but it's the same kind of concept. And this is why successful network marketers often start out as customers. They grow to love the product, and then they want to start sharing it with the world, and so that they can also, get their own professional and personal financial gain from it as well. So they get compensated for sharing the product. So it's just word of mouth. Now, one thing is targeting the right audience. Some organizations stress that network marketers should make a list of 100 people that they know and then pitch them on their product or service as a means of practice. The challenge with this strategy is that it can waste a lot of time and can have counterintuitive effects, leading to creating discouragement faster than it produces confidence. And if anyone's ever looked at network marketing, this has been a pretty common thing. So, one thing to remember is not everyone is a prospect. Instead of worrying about the list of 100 associates or striking up a sales pitch with the guy standing in line at the grocery store, what the best practice is to focus on determining who wants what you have. If you look at commercials, right, they are targeting specific people. You can see it from the time of day that certain commercials run. And not that a whole lot, I know more streaming has taken place, so it's a little bit different. And their commercials on YouTube aren't as targeted, that's for sure. But if you look at old time programming on cable or satellite, whatever it is, everything is very targeted. And so when you can determine who wants what you're selling and direct your marketing efforts to them, it's a lot easier. It's less time consuming, and it won't alienate friends or family because not everyone's a prospect. And actually, I know that, Samantha, I know you've heard this before too. We know that there's a lot of weird, I wouldn't even say weird, but there's a lot of stigma around network marketing. And I think a lot of it has to come from how we present the opportunity. Would you feel the same way? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. There's a huge stigma surrounding the industry as a whole.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, a great resource, if you're curious and you want to learn a little bit more about the ins and outs of network marketing and what it really is, we have a great webinar called The Truth About Network Marketing. And if you want to learn about that and just hear from actually our friend Jody, who does a great job representing the industry or the profession in a way that is very objective. So it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's all of it because no profession is perfect. But we have found this to be one that offers possibility to a wider range of people. There's really no barrier to entry to it, which is excellent, especially if you're like me and you didn't really want to go to university. So something to just keep in mind if you want to hear that, definitely get in touch with the person who invited you and they will show you that webinar as well. So you can learn more about it. But the important thing to keep in mind is that not everybody is a prospect. So let's talk about maintaining good habits. So what are some good habits to maintain? One, you should educate yourself about the products. Work on your mindset. Mindset is really critical. If you can spend the time to actually do the development, makes a big difference. I know one of my business partners, her thing was, this is a business that is cleverly disguised as a personal development program. You have no choice. You got to go through it, which is great because most people are looking to really step into the person that they want to be. And the best way to do that is to go and do things that you've never done. Research marketing strategies, understand how to use social media, and follow up in a timely manner, and develop an effective schedule. This is something that you do need to set priority to if you really want to build it. It's not something that you can definitely put certain things into the nooks and cranny of your day, but you do have to have a structured schedule for building your business. Just like you would if you were to buy or open up a store downtown, you would have to set time aside to actually run the business. And this works the exact same way. So let's talk about how to get started. So the first thing, if you're curious about how you can experience the benefits of becoming an online entrepreneur, I'd like to invite you to request a free no-risk tour of our business center where you can explore the opportunity to get ahead with an online business that you can run from your laptop and your smartphone. And to do that, you reach out to the person who invited you and they'd be happy to show you what's available so you can discover a new possibility for getting ahead. In this tour, you'll discover the market that is experiencing phenomenal growth worldwide, high quality products, they're consumable products our customers buy from us online, how you can create sales without focusing on the direct selling aspect, our 60-year-old supplier that we've partnered with, the business model. You'll also discover our competitive advantage or our secret sauce, the fabulous benefits like expense paid travel, car bonuses, income flexibility, security, and so much more, how you can do it in your spare time, and how you can start on a budget. So, with that, I just want to thank you all for joining in tonight and being here. And we look forward to seeing you at our upcoming events on Monday nights. We are doing a webinar every Monday night, or an event every Monday night, where we talk about business concepts. So, we want to invite you to that. And Samantha, anything you want to add on with before we close it off?
I think you pretty much covered everything, but I do think that there was one part that was really important in that presentation, is the fact that mindset is in there as a critical habit. And that is honestly one of the most important things. You really have to be in the mind space.
Yeah, for sure. And two, just another little plug too before we end off is, if you're in the hospitality industry, one thing I know about people who work in hospitality, they are dedicated workers. They are incredibly passionate about people. I should say you are, because if you're a hospitality worker watching this, that's you. And, this is something that if you feel like there's just not that light at the end of the tunnel, you're not quite sure where to go, something that you can do working around your current schedule. You can still have your job and build a business at the same time, which is exactly what I did as I was a server. So it is possible, and it is an opportunity for you to explore something that could turn into much bigger than you could ever imagine. So I want to thank you all for being here. Samantha, I want to thank you for joining me and helping me present this with everybody. And to those of you listening, just if you want to take a look, get in touch with the person who invited you, and they would be happy to guide you through so you can explore a new possibility for getting ahead yourself. Here's to your financial success, and we'll see you all next time.